And speaking of young people too, right? And this reiterates having good young people taking a stance in this country and standing up for family. You know, we, Prek hit on it. I think it's very near and dear to everyone that's in this backyard. We lost an American patriot 2 days ago. And Charlie Kirk was a young Christian conservative. And don't allow the media to lie to you. Don't allow them to propagandize what happened. They want to blame the president. They want to blame Republicans. They can blame whoever they want. We blame evil.
Amen.
And we blame, well, they killed him because he was Christian and he was a conservative. And people want to send a message to us that family values are outside of the purview of how America should be structured. And they want to stop you from saying that there's two genders. And they want to stop you from talking about how family really is the pinnacle of what makes America the greatest country in the world. And I think Charlie Kirk knew when you're going to these college campuses and you're talking to these students and you're creating momentum and you're signing people up to vote for Republicans and you're changing hearts and minds, because on these college campuses, they brainwash our children. They only give them one side of the debate. And these institutions, if you look at the course of history, they were always meant to be beacons of debate. And this country was founded, frankly, on the First Amendment. And what are the two portions of the First Amendment that are most important? It's your freedom to practice your faith, and then your freedom to talk about politics, your freedom of speech. And whether you're Democrat or Republican, you have the opportunity to get in the center square with this microphone and preach what you want. And nobody knows this better than the people in this backyard of what it's like to be oppressed and persecuted for speaking out against your government or preaching your faith or preaching for family values, because our ancestors were persecuted and prosecuted for trying to do the same thing. And so we come to the greatest country in the world and we try to employ those values. And our values as Albanian Americans are truly American values too. And so we're not going to be silenced because some nut job radical killed Charlie Kirk for being Christian and being conservative. We're going to be proud to be Albanian Americans. We're going to be proud to be Christians. We're going to be proud to be conservatives. And we're never going to forget this man, and we're going to push him up as high as we can, and we're going to carry on his legacy because he did so much to change the youth and even adults. He changed a lot of adult minds too, that me as a young candidate, we're going to try to pick up the reins of Charlie Kirk and push forward. And so we're never going to be scared of these monsters, because we're going to put our crucifix around our neck, and we're going to wake up every morning, we're going to put our suit on, and we're going to go to events, and we're going to knock on doors, and we're going to tell people that the three pinnacles of what this country was founded on, God, family, and country, is what makes us great and makes us stable and makes us prosperous. And we're never, ever going to be scared of evil, and we're going to put good over evil. And we either have a country or we don't. We're either going to impose socialism or we're going to have capitalism, and we're never, ever going to back down. And that's what Charlie Kirk wants, but that's what this country wants. And I know that's what Prek wants for his kids, and your neighbors want the same thing. And we're the majority in this country. Don't ever let them silence us. And so we're going to stand up every damn day for you. We're never going to let you down. All right? Amen. So that's the number one reason why we're running. Number two, this is a crowd of our family, so I can talk in front of family. We've never had an Albanian American in the halls of Congress. And we've had people in our community try. Sometimes it's a tough electoral year. Sometimes it's a tough district. Sometimes there's already somebody in office that we're trying to go up against, right? An incumbent. I can't think of a better time right now for us to get an Albanian American in Congress. And the reason being is, where do we all live? Most of us live in this district. Most of us own businesses in this district. Most of you are very well respected by people that live in this area. And our outreach, we don't even realize it. If we were organized and we were smart, and we're getting smarter. We are, thank God. But we know that we have the political wherewithal and the political will and the financial will to get one of our own in office. And we're going to do that with this district. And it's perfect timing. This is a wholesome district. The people in Macomb County are very family valued. As I'm going out, as I'm talking to voters, these people, number one, they care about their family. They want law and order. They want safety. They believe in the Constitution. I hear that they want a secure border. They want a flourishing economy. They're tired of jobs being outsourced. They don't want globalism. These people are tired of politicians. selling out this country, both Republican and Democrat. And that's why I think Donald Trump was so appetizing to this county, because he's not a lawyer. He's not a senator. He's not a congressman. He's not a wealthy business person, sometimes putting themselves or their money or their self-interest first. We feel that for the first time, we have a champion in the White House for Macomb County and the forgotten American. And many people that are sitting at this table, a lot of you come from blue-collar backgrounds. I mean, now you have beautiful houses, but you worked to put every brick on this house and raise your children. And nobody handed anything to you. And so we're going to work hard. Donald Trump is working hard every day, we believe, for the American people. He cares about the forgotten American, truck drivers, nurses, construction workers, firefighters, first responders, law enforcement officers, you name it. Those people deserve a voice, and those people make up the majority of Macomb County, and you make up the majority of Macomb County. And so people want somebody that's real, that's going to stand up, that has backbone, that's not the same political name that they hear over and over again. And they want an outsider. And so that's exactly what we are. We're an outsider. We're a prosecutor. I've given back my entire life. I've been involved in the party for a real long time, thousands of volunteer hours. I care about this country. And the reason why I care about this country is because the way my family raised me and my family friends raised us. And so we're going to give back to the greatest country in the world. And we're never going to be scared. And we're going to defend, even when President Trump leaves, these people in Macomb County need somebody born and bred from the county. And as far as on the Democrat or Republican side, I'm the only guy from this district. And I'm a Christian, and my family escaped communism. And I rose up. All of us went from washing dishes and mopping floors to becoming business people, to becoming attorneys and doctors, and me becoming a prosecutor. Now I'm standing in the back of Prek Shkreli's backyard with his family, running for Congress. That only happens in one country in this world, and that's America.
Amen.
And so we're going to protect our economy. We're going to protect the American dream. We're going to protect law and order. It's very simplistic. We're going to go to Congress, and we're going to stand shoulder to shoulder, and we're going to make history. And this campaign is going to make history, I promise. What are we missing? Well, the only thing we're missing is, number one, we need you to register to vote. We need you to spread the word. I'm only one candidate. I work all day long to get us across the finish line. I'm the hardest working candidate you're probably going to find in the country this cycle, because I think that comes from my Albanian American values. So we're not going to get outworked. We put our resume up against anyone else. We have a good educational background. We have a good service background. We have good litigation experience. We have good relationships with the grassroots in this party. We're picking up endorsements. If you follow us on social media, you're starting to see it, but we're gaining momentum. We have 4 state reps. It's State Representative Joe Aragona in the Clinton Township area. We have Representative Jay DeBoyer, represents Northern Macomb. We have Representative Jamie Green. She represents a portion of Northern Macomb. We have State Representative Doug Wozniak that represents Shelby Township. And so they see that we're a great candidate. They see that we can articulate conservatism and be passionate about it. They see that we're starting to fundraise money, that we have a community. You know, when you all get behind me, it's bigger than just me. We show force in a good way. And so we make up the greatest fabric of this country. We make up the greatest fabric of this district. And we can win this thing. But the last piece we're winning is you voting next year. But for now, it takes money to get to the halls of Congress. And I'm glad that I'm actually not a millionaire or a billionaire. I'm glad that I'm actually not self-funding this campaign. I'm glad that my father or mother are not a politician, because it grounds you. And people in this country want real, grounded, genuine people running for office, because we put loyalty before anything else. We do it with our family. We're going to do it with this country. And so by us not being self-funded, that means I come and knock on all you, and thank you for donating, Franz, my man. And it means a lot, right? When everyone chips in. I've had dishwashers give us money. I've had priests give us money. We've had wealthy people give us money. Every single dollar means a lot to me. And we keep it in our sheet, and we know, and we're never going to forget it. And I'm not embarrassed to ask you all for money, because it's not for me. It's for you.
There we go. There we go. I love it.
This is your seat. these seats don't open up often. You all have to tell your family and friends. Every 20, 30, 40, 50 years, these seats open. If you don't capitalize on this thing now, it's going to dissipate on you. So we got to work hard. We got to work a little harder. You might have to get off of work an hour earlier to help us knock some doors, Proby. You may have to work an extra. You may have to work an extra hour more overtime to put a couple $100 more for us in the campaign, so we can get some nice T-shirts and some yard signs and send out some nice billboards and commercials. Right? I mean, this stuff costs money, right? The halls of Congress cost millions of dollars. But I'll get you there because I'll get in front of the mic and we'll articulate these values if you just give us the firepower to get there. And the firepower is your resources. All right. So we're going to make history. I met with the Albanian ambassador and Kosovo ambassador when I went there. They were so proud because they don't care. Republican, Democrat, they're apolitical. I mean, I'm proud to be a conservative, but they said, we need an Albanian in the halls of Congress because you standing shoulder to shoulder with us means you're also standing shoulder to shoulder with America, because our countries and our ethnic heritage is lockstep as far as allies and values with the American people. And so I can't wait to get up there and do good work for this county and do good work for our people. And it's going to open up so many doors, I promise you. God's going to open the door, and then the door is going to be open for your kids in our office. And we're going to take care of them, all right? It's going to a good cause. We're going to be a good steward of your resources. I want to mention also another gentleman. You have to have a good team, right? You have to have everything in place. You have to be able to speak. You have to have the resume. You have to be in a great district, an open seat. All this is lined up. We have a great, well, I like the candidate personally. All right, I think we have a good candidate. But you have to have a.
We do too.
But you have to have a good team. And so I have a gentleman, and I got to thank also Mark Jokai. This guy runs around all the time and helps us out like crazy.
One more time.
And this guy's a hard worker, man. He doesn't get a lot of praise for what he does, but some people cut you a check and leave. Some people cut you a check and then spread the gospel every day. And so this guy's a warrior, and I love him, and I thank him for helping out. And then I also got to thank my Ajeth, man. These guys come home every day, and they're working a full day, and then they come home. And they take a shower, and they put a Robert Lulgjuraj for Congress shirt on, and my Uncle Mark blares country music and puts his American hat and cigar in his mouth, and we hit the town. We hit the town. All right? He'll be all showered and looking real good when we win next year. We go to Washington, D.C., I'll tell you that.
Let's go!
And then the last gentleman that's part of my team, great guy. I love this guy. I really do. I think I'm probably one of the more unique candidates he's ever had. I talk too much to him more than any candidate, but also I like to think I have the most potential of any candidate, hopefully, he's ever had as a young up-and-coming conservative. And, it started off as things are generally a professional relationship, but sometimes they grow more. And so it's turned into a great personal relationship, and I got this guy's back, and he's very smart. I think he's smarter than even he realizes, but he's my campaign consultant and manager. I mean, he wears all the hats, and he preps me and helps me every day, and we talk things through and we push, and he wants us just as bad. And he's gotten on board with this campaign because he cares about Macomb County. He wants good people to get into office, and even though he does it for a living, he realized, especially after the Charlie Kirk thing,